Hey Keller Williams, it's your tech trainer Josh Abbott. Today we're going to be running through the process of uploading all of your contacts into Command from whatever sort of contact database that you have. This is a very easy process to do, especially if you're using something like Google Contacts or Apple Contacts or some sort of CRM that has a full contact database for it. If you are somebody that does have the contact database strictly in their contacts on your phone, don't worry whatsoever. The Keller Williams Command app actually has a built-in import feature there that I'll be showing you guys in another video. What you'll need today to get this running is going to be a full contact list or accessibility to those contacts, and then just access to Command. If you don't have a contact list, don't worry. You can use some contacts maybe from your personal sphere, or you can just add yourself in as a contact. If you are not in as a contact in your contact database within Command, you need to fix that ASAP. It's super important to have that for any sort of testing, just so we make sure we don't send out bad messages or ugly emails to contacts, and when we really should be holding on to a bit more professionalism. But with all that ado aside, let's go ahead and get started. Now, once we're inside of Command, if you're new to Command or haven't really familiarized yourself too much, go ahead and hit the KW in the top left corner. This is going to expand all the applet names on the left side, which will make it a little bit easier for you. And we want to go ahead and hop into this Contacts tab. Now, once we're inside of here, we'll have a contact list, or you may not have a contact list, but we're going to hit Import in the top right corner. And then it's going to ask you to upload a file with all of your contacts. Now, you could just export the contacts from whatever database you have and import them in here, but you can make the process significantly easier by cleaning up the data first. I'm going to go ahead and send a template out to you, but this here is going to be a base template that's really good and imports very well into Command. And essentially all you want to do is fill out all of these columns with information that you have. If there's any information for a column that you don't have, like the full name, let's say if you're using a full name, so this said Josh Abbott versus Josh and then Abbott in two separate columns, we can go ahead and delete this column here since we're not using it, or vice versa, we would delete the other columns if we were using the full name column. All right, so now we have all that in there, and once again, that is optional. You don't have to do that for every unused data type here. All right, and then once you have your spreadsheet template up in here, what you can do is hop into your contacts, whether this is Google, Apple, what have you. Go ahead and find the contacts that you want to import, and you can get to select them, or if you hit the little drop down here, you can select all. And then in the top right corner, you can hit the three dots and export. And it's going to ask you what you want exported as, and you can just leave it as the default, Google CSV. And we can see that contacts export appeared here in the top right downloads bar. We can go ahead and open that up, and we can then copy and paste the information into the rest of these contact cards. And I already copied that in, or put the information here as well. So I have this one. We have full names right in here. So I'm going to put this right in that full name column, and then so on and so forth. Rather, we're going to put those right there. If we had phone numbers, we put that information here, email addresses, and so on and so forth. Now, once you have all this information populated into here, what we're going to do is hit File. Let me actually clean this up real quick. Delete those columns. We're going to do File, Download, and we need to do this as a comma-separated values or a CSV. So we download, we get that download confirmation in our top right corner. Then we're going to hop right back into Command. Click our download folder again, and then we can just drag and drop this, boom, right into Command for us and hit continue. Now what this is going to do is it's going to look at some of the headers. So we see right here, there's a header on that spreadsheet called full name. And I want to make sure that full name has full name information in it. So we're going to go ahead and click full name and line it up with full name over here. We have birthday. If you imported birthdays, you're going to go ahead and search for birthday. Same for home anniversary. Phone number. Type in the word phone. And for phone number, for email, for addresses, it's going to ask you primary, secondary, or other, or additional. We just want to select primary for all these. So primary phone, primary email, address, primary address. This is going to be primary address line 1. So I'm going to do city, primary address city, primary address state, primary address zip postal code, country, primary address country, and then tags. Boom, we put tags right in there. And we can see right here, this past client, buyer, doctor, military, etc. Those are the tags that I put in that first row. So we can see that preview of the data right there. There are additional boxes for any sort of social that you added there, which I did not. I'm actually going to put this notes section in as well. Notes, and then we will continue. And then we have this last little preview moment where we can double check the phone, the email, the tags, address information, really any information that we put in for the contacts before we finalize that import. Now what I always recommend doing is after you import, go ahead and refresh your page. And then in the top right corner, we have this little notification icon. And I'm going to check and see what the contact import was here. Most people, you'll be totally good, you won't have any issues. But if there was an issue with any of the contacts that you want to import, you can download the log here and figure out what the problem is. We're going to go right over to our contact sheet again, do a file, import, upload, and drag and drop that file. And most of the time when we run into that, all that we're seeing is that there's a duplicate contact record, or there's a name that's missing, or that there is, reused email, etc. So if I look here, column A has all the names, and I scroll all the way to the right here, boom, CJ, phone number is a valid phone number, and all those failed because I just typed in, some gibberish here without being full phone numbers. So it'll always tell you why they failed. Most of the time it's duplicate or missing information there. But without further ado, or actually rather after you've done all of that, you have all of your contacts that are going to be put in here that'll be properly tagged, organized with addresses, dates, names, contact information, etc. And it's a really big boon for so many of the other systems within Command that also leverage these the organization of contacts that we can set up here. Well, that's all I have for you for this portion today. Definitely want to give you guys a huge shout out for taking the time to learn some more today, for making yourself better. And I hope you have an awesome week. I'll see you all next time.